Over to you, ma'am. We are live on Facebook, ma'am.
Good evening to all the listeners and my lovely audience there. Welcoming you all to this platform, RKDX Talks. RKDX Talks is a unit of a Global RK Codes Speakers Forum registered under the MSME Government of India and ISO 9001-2015 certified. It's an international educators community to inspire and live. RKDX Talks Speakers Bureau represents and has access to a diverse and unique group of educationists. Their expertise is drawn on to stimulate education fraternity and lead online programs and boardroom strategy sessions. RKDX Talks is a leading international speakers platform for school leaders, principals, vice principals, and educators. This talk show was started by Mr. R.K. Das in the year 2021. From then, it has organized various programs all over India, and very soon it will be launching its offline talk shows in Kolkata too. Well, I am Manisha Dhar, founder of Road to Rainbow, an academic mentor and an internationally certified career coach. I'm the ex-vice principal of Narayana Group of Schools, West Bengal. Today, I'm here as a moderator for the talk show on the topic Sustainable Development Goal 6. Sustainable Development Goal 6 is about clean water and sanitation for all. It is one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals established by the United Nations General Assembly in 2015. The official wording is ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. We have all eminent speaker panelists today to discuss on the same topic. Welcoming you all to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request Nahid sir again to begin with the session, sir.
Thank you, Manisha ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Special good evening and my sincere gratitude to R.K. Das sir. Sir always motivates. And I must say that sir produces leaders because he is developing speakers. Development of speakers means development of leaders. The very good topic, Sustainable Development Goal 6. It talks of clean water and sanitation. Water availability with us is very less. Deficiency of water is prevailing. Why is it prevailing? We are responsible. Why are we responsible? Because we have been using water. We have been overusing water. And let me tell you, my dear respected friends, that we educated people are misusing water more. When we are washing our cars, we are continuously using water illogically. When we are applying soap or whatever this detergent we are applying, water tap is running and we are cleaning. I have seen number of times. Right? Industrialization, people are talking about industrialization. Too much water is used because of consumerism. We have started accumulation of things. So my respected friends, respected audience, addition is knowledge, subtraction is wisdom. We have to talk about subtraction now because we are filled with wisdom. Human contains very good brain. And this brain should be used for humanity. If we are without water, it means there is no life. I'm sharing my experience. When I go to hills, because I have been principal in hills also, water scarcity is there. Right? Please understand this. Hills, foothills, and tarai. And please understand gravitation also. When we people are overusing water in tarai, water level again minimizes in tarai as well as in hills. So people are suffering too much, and my submission and my request to you all is please use water very judiciously even if plenty of water is available in your area. Because if water is not there, you will find your entire area deserted. If desertation is there, we cannot live. So please respected availability of water. It is very essential. So these are the deficiencies. How can we solve this problem? We human being, right, civilized people, right, can do lot much to solve this problem. We need to make aware local communities. They should come together. They should educate each other so that the message must go that we should use water, right, wherever it is very much required, right. We will have to expand international cooperation, capacity building support so that water can be retained. Underground water is very essential. We'll have to respect this, and we'll have to, right, generate ideas to minimize uses of water, right. We will have to implement integrated water resources management. Once water is used, we need not to throw it. We can use it after uses at one step. We can use it for second step. At multiple steps, we can use water so that water can be utilized properly in a very constructive manner, right. We will have to use water use efficiency across sectors, right, so that again, because many industrial sectors, this agriculture sector as well, they are using too much water. So in place of artisan, we can use irrigation, sorry, this sprinkling water system. Less water should be improved. Yeah, we will have to create a mechanism to improve water quality. If water quality is improved, we will also be improving. Our health will be improving, because water sometimes or many times affect our organs as well. So right, and in a goal it is given that by 2030 achieve access to adequate and equitable sanitation. Sanitation is very much required so that hygiene prevails, right. Civilized society can live in a very
I think sir's video got mute. Hello, sir.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It is over, ma'am.
Please
Thank you.
carry on.
Thank you,
Please
Andy.
carry on.
It's over, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Sir has always been appreciative about with his words, and today he focused more on the judicious use of water. How can we really utilize the water present with us, like proper availability of water? That was also a point sir focused on. Thank you so much, sir, for your important notes on the topic. Thank you. May I request Sharda ma'am to begin with and carry on with this
Uh,
session?
Thank you, Manisha ma'am, for inviting me. And I want to thank RK Das sir for giving this beautiful platform every week. And I love to participate here. And today, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Sharda Chakravarti, an educator teaching in a prestigious school in Kolkata. I am also AIEF Global Ambassador, that is an association of the resource person. Along with that, I'm a career counselor, a color analyst, graphologist, graphotherapist, and a life coach. And I have spoken on many national and international platforms. So today, SDCs, SD6, that is the Sustainable Goal 6, which is mainly focused on the water and sanitation. So let me give you a very, very small uh, figure, facts, I can say. Do you know? Every day around the world, If I talk about under the age of 5, 1,500 children, they die because of a small, or which we say a very insignificant disease called diarrhea. Or on other words, if I say there are 500,000 children dying every year because of this disease. My dear friends, all the dignified speakers, and the listeners, you must have brushed your teeth, taken your shower today in the morning, because you can do it. Because you don't have to think twice. But is it? The whole world is so lucky as we are? No, it is not. There are about 25% people, population I should say, in the world which do not have access to clean water. And when I was collecting these facts, I was very, very surprised that there are few countries in the world where they have to spend 60% of their income in getting clean water. Can you imagine 60% of your salary going in just arranging clean water for yourself and for your family? There are over 2 billion people live in water stressed country. Over 2 billion people use drinking water which is contaminated by human fecals. Isn't it very, very sad? And that is the reason why so many countries in the world they came up with this particular goal. So now it's, as when we talk about the water crisis all over the world, or when we talk about the sanitation problem, it's a very, very dark situation. And let me tell you who is most affected. The most affected are the women of the family. So I would rather address as the woman's problem. It's a woman problem. Why? Because as you all know that the woman is responsible for cooking, washing clothes, or any other house chores which include water. So it's a woman problem. Now I'm going to discuss why is it related to a woman's problem. First time, there are places, if I talk about the countries, the subcontinents like Africa, or if I talk about my own country like in Rajasthan or in Gujarat, or there are many, many places where the women, they have to walk about from like miles every hour, every day to bring water, to carry water on their heads. Along with their children, they also take their daughters to bring water from a very far away places. Maybe it's a community well or it's a community tape. They have to stand, give a long queue, and wait for their turn to take about two pots of water. They themselves they are carrying, mothers are carrying, their daughters are carrying. I have heard about the water wives. Water wives, there is a tradition in a part of our country where the man marries woman, another woman, he brings a wife only so that the other wife can bring water if the first wife is pregnant. Isn't it so difficult situation that a woman is married to bring water, to walk miles and miles and bring water for the family? So that is the reason I call it a woman's problem. Second, when I talk about this woman, there are few lucky women who give education to their daughters. They want to educate, but the only condition is that after getting going to school and coming back at least 3 hours, you have to bring water. There are mothers who secretly wish they don't have, means the God don't give them daughter, so that their daughter do not have to walk so long, leave their education. The second reason is education. The daughters, they are not getting going to school in order to bring water for the family. So education is has taken the second position. The water is the main. because they need water, whether it is good water or it's a good water, bad water, means it's impure with human feces, etc. They bring it. They don't even care whether they will fall sick or they will be healthy. So today, the women, they are getting educated and they really want their daughters not to get into this trap of going to school, going instead of going to school just to pick up the water. So this is again the second reason why I call it a woman's problem. The third, so isn't it we can all contribute in sustaining this water, using it judiciously, as a sir said just now? We waste so much of water because we don't even think twice how 2 billion population is living in the scarcity of water. The third is the toilet. The third reason. Do you know there are many places in India and all over the world where the girl child don't want to go to school in her periods, because there is no place in the school where they can go and change themselves. So they'll better want to stay at home instead of going to the school. So the toilet, but as we know, there are many movies. We have come through one movie which was for spreading awareness. We know how these movies they impact the society. So the movie made by, I think the hero leading actor was Akshay Kumar, where the toilet ek prem katha, where the dire need of toilet was shown. So the toilets are so very important. And because of this, the people, often we see when we used to travel by train, that in the morning the people they are going defecation outside their home because there was not a proper toilet. But thank God to the new like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and all so many things, actions taken by the government, that we have toilets. It was only the only two according to Niti Ayog 2017-18, there were 23% people who were not having toilet. I'm just talking about small, but today there are 0.8%. So the percentage is coming down. More and more people they are having toilets. But what the people who are this is called open defecation. And these all human feces, they go into the water, again mix up during the rainy season, and again people they bring this water and come back and they are affected with so many diseases, which I was talking in the beginning, the diarrhea, which is killing so many children. And now what is the solution? That's the reason, because of these three, I call a woman issue: the water, the toilets. The solution is education. We should spread awareness not only in the developing countries but in the developed countries to conserve water, to use it wisely and judiciously. Then we should build toilets, make people aware about it, and then invest. We should invest. There are many people who are doing social works, so they should invest their money in this particular thing, building goods, so that everybody gets water, proper water and toilets. And in this way, we can come out with a very healthy environment. Over to you, Manisha ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharda ma'am. It was so nice to listen to you. You have always been speaking so, richly on all the topics that you have. This is not the first time I'm listening to you. Wonderful again, a wonderful session. Ma'am specified on the importance of sanitation. Very true, especially the rural part of our country. The woman sanitation is not much taken care of. And you really pointed out on the movie which highlighted on this feature. Yes, I too have watched that and I've really seen what problems poor women, I'm using the prefix, it really is a pity on them when it comes to all those difficult days. The young girls, they really don't feel like going out to the schools. Water is really one of the most important factor over here. And of course, availability of pure drinking water, that is really a matter to be thought about. And the present generation if they really give importance to all these topics means the necessity of these, then only we can build a sustainable world, a world which will provide all the necessities, basic necessities to the survivors. Thank you so very much, ma'am. You highlighted on those important points. It was great getting you on the show. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. May I have Preeti ma'am next to carry on with the session, ma'am? Hope you are doing great, ma'am. Preeti ma'am?
Yes. Hello.
Please.
Thank you, Manisha ma'am. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. And I also would like to thank Arkedas for giving this opportunity as well as for this topic, Sustainable Development Goal. And it is, I become more and more interested in this topic, and I thought of even going for Sustainable Development Goal 6. So as being a goal, so that it has to be achieved. So as per the countries which have decided to achieve it by the year 2030, so there are some goals have been smaller jumps which can be achieved. So which is the targets and indicators of the Sustainable Development Goal. So talking about out of 17, this is the 6th goal which we are discussing, which talks about clean water and sanitation, means ensuring availability and sustainable management or and sanitation for all as per the United Nations. Yes, because why it is considered important is because water, as we know, it's very essential for every human being, because every human being requires human body 65% of water. Even plant require 90% of water. So without water, survival of either human being or the plants, because we require plants for that. So water essential. Why it is essential, there is no need to discuss much, because everyone knows the importance of water. So much essential it is for food, for energy, for so all the sectors of the economy use water. So water being so essential, it has been incorporated in the Sustainable Development Goal. So it is what the SDG objective is to provide safe drinking water, also assist to adequate sanitation along with the water and good hygiene practices. Because as water, sanitation, hygiene all are interconnected and essential for achieving all the Sustainable Development Goal, because each goal is relying on every other goal of Sustainable Development Goal. So let us, because as these goals have objectives which have targets as well as indicators. So if we will try to, we cannot deep dive into it, but if we try to understand it through the targets, we will come to know the situation of Sustainable Development Goal 6. So there are 8 targets altogether which have to be achieved by all the countries. So let us just have a glimpse of each of the targets. Talking about the first target is safe and affordable water. So safe means what? Safe water, safe availability of drinking water means it should be available at our premises, free of any contamination. That is the safe and affordable. Affordable can be subjective because it will depend upon the country to country. So that is the first objective or the target of the Sustainable Development Goal. And talking about the statistics, if we talk, percentage of world's population still lack the safe drinking water facility. And India ranks highest in the world. That is a very sad part for that, because 163 million, as per the data, people still lack the safe drinking water access. The second is safely managed sanitation services, wherein we find end defecation and provide access to sanitation and hygiene. So basic hygiene requirements like toilet and sink to wash hand with a soap, that being so basic that we consider it as a very the globe do not have access to that. As per one of the survey, the access to mobile is more than access to this toilet. So it's very, very, the statistics, if we look at the statistics data, we find that these goals are, very far off to achieve. Talking again about this goal, we find that even in spite of so many, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and so many other things done by the government, we find that we have the highest rate of open defecation. It's not defecation free. So it's a high time that we find, though it's more in rural India, but still we are not 100% ODF. Then see, in the second target, it's not safely managed services, means not having only the basic hygiene thing, but the sewage management should also be there. Because of lack of that proper sewage management, there will be a lot of waterborne diseases. So that also has to be provided. That is the second part. Coming to the third goal, improve water quality, wastewater treatment and safe reuse. How do we achieve that? By reducing pollution, eliminating dump, and minimizing hazardous chemicals as materials. So all these ways, recycling, reuse of water. So there is a need for improving water quality and wastewater management as per the third target. If we talk here about the effect of this wastewater, which is the chemicals which are thrown out by the industry into the seas and oceans and all that. So what do we find that in November 2020, in Pune, Maharashtra, people were unable to breathe. They were having the residents around were having the nausea. Then the reason it was found out that this had happened due to the dumping of toxic chemicals from the so many industries, and nothing happened. So those steps are being taken, but it is going on. The people and industry and the factories around are this is only one simple example, but there are so many incidents happening around India as well as the globe. So that has to be reduced, because as per the statistics, 80% of wastewater results from which is untreated, which is not, it has to be made reusable, and then it has to be thrown. So that is not being done. It's not being followed. So that target has to be achieved. Coming to the fourth one, increase the water use efficiency and ensure supply for the population, and water is not remains scarce. So in short, water scarcity should be removed. So what do we find that how can we achieve that? To achieve that, we can take number of steps. Like in India, examples of low cost sustainable solution, we have found that is one of the device, that is water seer, which can be installed in the open places. What that device does is it obtains water from the surrounding moisture content, and what that content is condensed and then collected in that, and it collects about 10 gallons of water. So we can use that, and it doesn't require power, it doesn't require any is what to say, or charging or electricity. So it's beside it is chemical free. So that can be, it's a solution we can talk of, which India, many villages that people, as our previous speaker said, that people have, the Delhi women have to walk so much to get the potable drinking water. So such solutions can be used. Even some of digitization of water supply means installing digital meter and providing card, and charging as per the usage will also stop the wastage of water, which we are discussing, which my previous speakers also discussed. So these are also steps which can be taken for the target number 4. Talking about the target 5th, implement integrated water resources management. So, because see, water availability of water though is very less, potable can be used 3%, but still the resources are not that much being used because of transboundary. Many of the global countries are having boundary, and because for the water level, so what happens is there is a conflict among the countries for the water. As we also have the example of in our southern state of Kaveri Krishna dispute, because of there is no uh, clear distinction as to which state should have that. So there is this conflicts have to be removed. That's what the target 5 is, that implementation of integrated water resources. Then coming to the 6th target, protect and restore water ecosystem, which includes mountain, river, all this. These are also being polluted. So we have to maintain that. We have to reduce the pollution in that. That's what is the 6th target is aiming at. And the 7th and 8th are very good one, because they are talking about how do we implement and achieve this target, SDG 6. They are talking about a capacity building and participants of local community in that. So these goals have been thought of by all these leaders and put into the practice. We as an educator, here, since we all have educators have gathered here, and most of them are distinguished speakers, hearing a new perspective from others is really a very good experience for me. So talking, yes, we as educators also can do a lot of things, like from like nursery to 12. We can incorporate and spread the awareness for SDG. And though we are doing that through the water campaigns or poster making competitions, debates, so many things related to water is being done, but still a lot has to be done, keeping in mind with the SDG goals will help us, we can do a bit in moving towards achieving these targets. And if we are able to do that, then reaching the goal of SDG 6 2030 will, that's what is my view about SDG 6. Thank you. Thank you everyone for patient listening.
Thank you, Preeti ma'am. Wonderful presentation once again. You pick up all the points so distinctly and elaborate them. Everybody would like understand what you want to convey. Thank you so much for all your elaborations on the point. You have highlighted on the wastewater, which is about 80%, and something should be done so that some serious like implementation should be done on the points taken and the points framed, as you mentioned about safe and affordable water, the targets, the various targets that you highlighted on the safe and affordable water. Of course, the sewage management, which we really don't look into, the amount of water, the wastewater we are generating every day in our kitchen and in our toilet, that just goes and flows away as waste. That should be taken care of. Some recycling processes, if we can think about to utilize that wastewater for various purposes, and also the quality of the water and the protection and storage of the water ecosystem that you highlighted. Thank you so much, ma'am. Keep inspiring us with your important facts uh, in almost all the series. Thank you for your presence and your points, ma'am. Okay. So now we have Shubhra, ma'am. Ma'am, would you please continue with your presentation, ma'am? Shubhra, ma'am, you are
Good
there?
evening, ma'am. Good evening. Yeah, I am here. Good
Okay.
evening.
Good evening.
Am I audible?
You are audible, ma'am, but we can't see you, you know.
My
Video.
video is on also, but actually it is on, but due to some network issue, actually I am facing network problems, so might be that is the reason only.
Okay, some technical glitches. Please carry on, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Good evening, one and all present here. Good. Very thanks to RK sir who has given me this opportunity again to share my views on this sensitive topic. Because as an educator or as a principal, while you are working in a institution, every day you are guiding your student to how to Yes, keep those things whatever the nature has given us, how to keep those things safe. And because this is the because they are the future. In future they have to survive with these things. And all of, as we know, the thing what the nature has given us is in a free, we don't give value of those things. Free things we don't give value. It may be water, it may be air, or it may be land that nature has given us. So we polluted them, and we don't think about how to preserve them. When it's come to our life threatened, that time only we think, as during the corona period, we have that buy everybody went there to buy the air purifier. And when people are the people have faced many problems on that. And water is, as we know, water is essential. Without water we can't survive. Air, water, these are the essential things for the life. And this sustainable development goal 6 is basically related to water and sanitization. Already ma'am Sarda ma'am has discussed many things. Preeti ma'am has discussed all the points. They have discussed how, why sanitization and waters are important to our life. What, as we know, 3% of water only the sweet water. Although ma'am has, Preeti ma'am has shared that point, those points, we still those waters are not used properly. But that much, whatever we are using, that also we are not we are not looking to our future, how our future generations are going to survive. Because right now I am residing near Gurgaon, and Delhi Jamuna river I have seen many times. It is polluted during this even winter season. That during that Chhat Parab, that festival, Chhat festival, I have seen that Jamuna is properly, actually that is polluted. that all the drainage system, sewage system waters are coming to the to the river. All the government has many plan. Government is planning so many things, but the implementation of those things are matter. We are discussing with the government is planning so many things, but to come to the floor, to come to those with those plan to the ground level, it is really not going properly. That's why many of the peoples are facing problem. Even if there is in the summer, in this summer season, many of our uh, country, many of peoples in our country, many of states, and they are facing problem for the water. If we go for, if you will see Maharashtra, if you will see even Delhi NCR, all the area face problem for the water. And sanitization, obviously, that if I will say that Sarda ma'am have shared that her point of view that um, during in the morning when we travel in the train, we see that how the people face sanitization problem. And obviously that due to the sanitization, many girls don't want to continue to the school. This is earlier actually in the village area, it is mostly this type of problems were there. But now obviously due to the initiative taken by the government has taken many initiative to come out from those problems, and now obviously these things are working. Talking about this sanitization or water scarcity or water problems is not matter when we are going to work for that, when we are going to aware ourselves. If we may discuss these things, we may go for any campaign, we may go for any poster making, we may go for any type of advertisement or all the things. But when it's not coming to the floor, when it is not working properly, obviously this problem is not going to be solved out. And we can make aware that, as Preeti ma'am said, that we can aware our student, and from the very beginning, from the kindergarten to till +2, we have that power, because we are creating the child is coming when it is bird. We are making it flower, so we can do that thing. That power we have. We can do that thing. What I believe personally. And another thing that I can share in this in this topic, as we are in this water harvest, we can go for the water harvest also, because this is the in this way also we can go for that we can solve the problem of water. Because I have spent my 21 years in Punjab, and where I have seen that near the Punjab was earlier very fertile. It was, the water scarcity was not there, but many of the area in Punjab also, they have faced problem of water because of the underground water we have taken for the farming or farming. But how to survive, then what will be the next if we are facing problem? How to come out, or how to go come to the solution for those problems? Obviously we need to see, and we need to sensitize the children, even so that we can sensitize the society to people also, because only sensitizing the children, it is not going to work out. To the in a society where we are living, we all are nowadays, all peoples are actually aware, so we can make aware of them to how to save water, how to get proper sanitization, how to how we can control the water pollution, and how we can go for the water ecosystem also, that so that we are not going to face problem on that. And what the due to the even due to the climate change, we are facing problem of the water scarcity, because if that how to come out, we can cope up with those things also, how that climate change. These things also we need to see, because obviously without planting proper plantation also, we are not going to get the proper rain. That also we need to see. And as ma'am said, Preeti ma'am said that water, we need water. Even plant also need 90% of water. Even animals need water. All living being needs water. So water, that we need to see that water problem, the water problem should go, and that we can work for that, and we should work for that. We may sensitize our society. This is from my side for this. So actually, it is a sensitive topic. We can't. We have many points to discuss on this, but these for today, these are my point, my view on this topic. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so very much, Shubhra ma'am. Wonderfully explained all the points you have said about that there is very less amount of the sweet water, the drinking water that we are given with, and the rest amount of water should be taken care of. The amount of water which is going a waste should be planned in such a way that that the implementation, the targets have been made for the sustainable development goals, but then implementation of these goals, implementation of these goals really will help in bringing up a sustainable environment for our next generation. For our next generation, educators play a very important role, as Shubhra ma'am specified, that education really plays a very important role, because the budding children in their very young age, when they join the school, the first learning group, these facts should be inculcated into them, so that as they grow, they are born with these things, these taking care of the nature and the natural resources get drilled into their in their mind. Again, ma'am talked about the role of water harvesting methods also. Water harvesting methods which can really help in utilizing the water which is not used for drinking, but that can be utilized for other purposes. Ma'am also specified on the water table, especially in Punjab, where she had spent many years. The water table has gone down, and then the scarcity of water, how it's making the life difficult in some areas of Punjab also. Awareness is the key to all these points, and each and everybody, not only students, but each and every individual should be made aware to bring about a sustainable environment. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Do we have any other speaker there? Is Manju ma'am present? Anyway, I hope we have completed with all our panelists, speaker panelists. All of them have been a wonderful speaker today, sharing with us so many important facts that will really help all our friends, those who are watching the show, in bringing about some difference. Each and every one of us, if we can bring a small change, that will add up and bring about a big change in the years to come, and we will surely achieve our aim. Thank you all for your immense support. We expect your cooperation so that we can keep discussing on more emerging topics. Thank you so very much.